Welcome back to Anything Outdoors with Steve. Today we're testing out the Benjamin Airbow. I've had this thing in my sights for a while. I've never been able to shoot it yet, so you'll get to see me shoot this thing for the first time and probably shatter an arrow if it's off target. I've got a target back there 30 yards and we'll take our first shot at that just to see what we get. Here we go. And of course it's got a little hold at the bottom there. All right, and to cock, you just lift this lever up and it's ready to go. I've got a shoulder cuff injury, so drawing back a normal bow right now is a little more difficult. We're going to try to get this over the chronograph at the same time. Ooh. Well, she hit.
Yeah, it did.
It was a little low left. So I'm going to take another shot. That's got some impact to it and a little bit of noise. We're going to get a decibel reading on it too. Okay. So for the decibel reading, you have to show the meter directly. That only showed as 147 feet per second, but that is not correct when I go to shoot. Okay, we're ready for our second shot. Brandon's going to show the decibel meter there. So that is currently about 3 foot from my barrel.
It's enough to make your ears ring if you're next to it.
I'm shooting at different targets each time just to make sure I'm not stacking my arrows. It's weird, they kind of bounce up a little bit. Yeah, it feels like it's all the way on.
Hopefully.
All right. And shot 3. Oh, I wasn't even over the chronograph that time.
Way to go, Eric.
I know. At the same time, we're testing out this target too. It's rated for 500 feet per second. This is supposed to be shooting about 450 feet per second. And let's see if I can get over the top of it a little more better. Let's see. Chronograph there. At 446 is what we got there. This is a little louder than I expected, but you don't need hearing protection for it. And man, is it easy to take follow-up shots too. Reloading time is minimal. And of course, once you get used to it, so you can take a follow-up shot pretty quick if you want to, and then just go again and ready to go. So it's kind of nice. And I am down to 2600 psi on the chamber now. I think I'm gonna chamfer this little edge right here because I did shear the top of one of the fletchings, that one I just shot. So I'm gonna chamfer the edge of this, smooth it out some. This is the edge I'm referring to. So I just chamfered that down a little bit so it's not so sharp, but it's gonna be way better now. There's no reason to have it that sharp. Oops. Gotta cock it first. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Smooth shooting. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I can see why people like it. Yeah, just like that. Pretty cool little toy. This might get me into the PCP market here. Not that kind of PCP. No, as far as pneumatic air guns, the high pressure pneumatic air guns, they've got them up to 50, actually 72 caliber. Yes, they've got the, I think it's the Fury. That's up to 72 caliber. That might be a fun one to acquire. But of course that's gonna burn a lot of lead. But yeah, this is pretty fun little firearm slash bow. You can't really call it a crossbow. You can't call it a firearm. And and I'm kind of curious how they classify this for hunting. For the first shot right out of the box, I adjusted the scope as they suggested, and it is fairly close to being on target. I'll have to bench rest it to see the little fine-tune accuracies on it, but I think that'll be next. Heading up to the target. I tried to space these out so I wouldn't stack arrows. I can see one is canted, different from the others, if you look at the side view. So this target is supposed to stop 500 feet per second, and it's supposed to be an easy release. They claim one hand. Let's see. Oh, okay, that is really weird. Look at this. I didn't screw my tip on all the way. That is super strange. Wow. The center was probably the most difficult so far. Pull one out. That is crazy. Isn't that weird. Nuts? Jeez. Okay, so I didn't believe it. Easy release. I
still don't.
That is weird. Okay, well, I believe it now. It is the Big Shot Extreme 500. It's a little spendier, but man, after that, well worth it. After our 10 shots, we're at 2,200 PSI. I'm gonna see how many pumps it takes to get this back up to 3,000. This is the part you absolutely cannot lose. They do include a couple new O-rings in case you destroy these just by putting them in wrong. Just slides in, you chuck up your air pump, and you're ready to go. Supposed to get up to 3,000. All right, we're up to 2,700, a few more to go. Of course, you don't have to pump fast. You can just take your time and pump it nice and slow like this. It's better for the seals anyway. I think the claim was 1 to 200 pumps. All right, we're in the red zone. Okay. And to release the pressure, hit that valve. There we go. And then you can pull out your chuck. I'm gonna keep this attached actually so I don't lose it. That's not so bad. Now you're ready for another 10 shots. Benjamin also offers an air tank. I think you can get about 6 charges out of this, but that's an option. So when you're out in the field, you've got about a 2-pound bottle that you can carry with you in your backpack and recharge your gun for multiple shots if you're out in the field for a while. For about the same price, you can get a cheap air compressor too that'll do the same thing, but you still want a tank even if you do the air compressor mode. You are a distance of about 5 feet from me.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see this, but I have a decibel app on the phone. We'll see how loud it reads.
Okay, you'll probably have to keep your own eye on it.
Yep.
3.
106.
So we got 456.8 feet per second. Take another shot over the chronograph. Bench rest, just to see where we are. 452. Elevation is perfect. Reload another. This one's a slightly lighter tip. 464. That one ended up right in the center and just a little high. So it is a lighter tip on those others. You can see the difference between them. Those 3 shots and we dropped about 400 PSI. So this is slightly heavier tip. You want to take a shot?
Sure. Any safeties?
Nope, I've got the safety turned off.
Cool. Wow.
All right.
That's got some recoil.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know, it does have some recoil and a little bit of noise off that thing.
I was not expecting that recoil.
It is not the silent shooter. And that's how you break your fletchings. All right, so this was my first shot, my second shot. So my first one, I pulled a little left, and second one, it shot about 3 inches high, and Brandon's was a little left end, a little high from where I aimed. Yeah. So it's not going all the way through these targets, which is good. That one, yeah, that's impressive. That was the first.
I mean, with how deep these went, they both should have popped through.
Well, it mushroomed out the backside.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Didn't pop it.
That's insane.
It is. What's insane is how easy it is to remove them. That is, and that it's still stopping them, because you do get a lot of forward force. That's crazy. Okay, interesting. Interesting concept.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. The target and the bow.
Yeah.
The gun thing. I don't know
Yeah,
what to call it.
Airbow.
Airbow.
Yeah, I have a hard time calling it a bow in any way or form, but it's shooting arrows. So, air gun arrow, but they call it an airbow. A garrow. Yeah, garrow. Gun arrow. Yep. It's not the silent attack as much as I'd want, but as expected. It's
you're lobbing this thing that fast.
Yeah, this is nearly a full-size arrow. 250 grain arrow, and I believe these are 125 grain tips on them. Lower range, right target. Nice.
It's definitely not pleasant.
450.8. Reloading is kind of nice.
Just to jam it down.
Yeah.
And done.
So I got 455.8 on that one. And far right center. So a little high and a little more left. 4 clicks.
Here's my crossbow after I load it up for a sound difference.
It's substantial sound difference.
It really is. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
It's still not quiet, but it's a lot quieter than that.
Okay, far left. Dead in. Perfect. 452.7. Alright. Lower range, right target. Nice.
It's definitely not pleasant on
450.8.
450.8.
Yeah. So this is shot number 8. That sounded much louder.
Yeah, it did.
Huh.
Wish I had my decibel reader up.
Interesting. And I got another error. Got another error on the crony. All right. Shot 8. Let's see what our PSI. We're about 2,200 PSI. 8 shots. Figured I might as well try my compound bow again. Shoulder injury or not, we'll give it a shot. And for comparison, arrow versus bolts. They are about 3 inches shorter. Quite a bit fatter. Substantially larger diameter. See if I still got it. Nice.
Ooh.
A little low. Not bad for 30 yards and a little right. So I need to use my second pin for that one.
It's amazing how much faster that arrow reaches the target.
Yeah.
For mine, it took like 3 seconds before
Yeah.
it finally.
So I need to adjust my second pin for 30 yards. The first one was 20. Thanks for joining.